rocks. Take it with a grain of salt. If your friends told you to eat rocks, would you? Perhaps you would take what they say with a grain of salt. This means that you should not trust that everything you hear is true. When you eat salt, you actually are eating a rock. Well, it's a mineral to be more exact. It comes in little crystals. Hey, my name is Crystal too. It may surprise you to learn how important this little white mineral can be. Well, you're about to read a whole book on it. I'm cooking. First of all, there is salt in your body right now. In fact, without salt, you would die. People and animals need salt to live. Your body uses salt to make your muscles move and to help your body flow. Salt also helps you make good use of food. To make food, you eat and controls the water inside you. It even keeps your heart beating. If you have too little salt in you, you might feel tired or dizzy. Putting too much salt inside you can make you sick. Over many years, too much salt can make your heart and other parts in your body weak. Many foods already have a lot of salt in them, but sometimes people add more salt for seasoning. Salt is not known as spice because it doesn't come from a plant. But salt and spices both add flavor to food. Sodium is another word for salt. One little spoonful of salt has as much as sodium you need
as
your body needs. For a whole day, the label on a food or drink packet tells you how much sodium it has. If there is a lot of salt, there would be a lot of sodium, and a lot of people try to eat foods low in sodium. They know that too much can be harmful. You may have seen foods marked low in sodium. Don't rub salt in the wound. Salt can do much more than make food taste better. A common use is keeping the food from spoiling. Long ago, there were no refrigerators or cans to keep food fresh, so people used salt on meats and soaked vegetables in salt water. It helped them preserve the food and they could eat it later. But beware, salt is not a magic tool. Once the food spoils, salt will not make it safe to eat again. Would you put salt in your milk? Probably not. People once tried to keep milk from going bad by adding salt to it. Yuck. This did not work very well. Fortunately, we have discovered many other uses of salt. Salt of the earth. Salt is a natural material called sodium chloride. It is found all over the world and comes in little clear crystals called grains. It is not in nature, large groups of salt grains stick together and form rocks. Rocks of salt are often white.
Why?
White, like the salt you eat. But I bet you didn't know that salt rocks can also be brown, orange, or even pink. Back to salt mines. Salt is found all over the world. It can be found in the sea and on land. On the land. But it is hard to get salt from these places. Much of the salt in the world is dissolved in ocean water. To get the salt out, people in the past heated large pots of salt water over fires. Others filled ponds with ocean water and the heat from fire and sun made the water evaporate. The salt crystals stayed behind. People do not only get salt from oceans. There are a few places in the world where the rocks of white salt lie right on the ground. You could pick one up, crush it, and sprinkle it right onto a bowl of popcorn. But these places are rare. Most salt of the land is buried deep underground, where people could found salt buried underground. They dug it out and used it. If there were a lot of salt and If there was a lot of salt and it was deep, workers would dig a mine. People living in Germany hundreds of years ago built a salt mine inside their mountains. Men broke out large rocks of salt with strong tools. They used animals to haul it out to the villagers. Giant wooden slides brought workers down into the mine and helped pull the heavy rocks. Today, there is a huge salt bed beneath part of United States and Canada. One of the biggest salt mines in the world is in the city Detroit, Michigan. They are about 50 miles of underground roads made of salt. Salt mine is as deep as the height of a tall building. Are you worth your salt? Salt was hard to get in most places 2,000 years ago. It was very expensive and had to be kept locked up. Salt was very special that some people were paid with salt instead of money. Today, salt is very cheap and easy to find. Many places give it away for free. You see it on the table of most restaurants. Much of the salt used today is not used with food. Salt makes it harder for water to freeze. We put over half of the salt that comes from mines onto icy roads and sidewalks. This helps keep cars from crashing and people from slipping. Imagine a visitor from 2,000 years ago seeing a huge truck just dumping precious salt on the road. Be happy you live in a time when salt is easy to find. Your body needs salt to live. That's crystal clear. You do not have to take the fact that with a grain of salt.